I don't know about you, but you make me crazy. Never got your name, but you got me begging. I don't know about you, you like to pick and choose, make it all about you. Go take it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me, 'cause I'm next to none. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Never wanna pay for drinks, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. Got me locked in now. Go ahead and take a shot. Do you really want me? Maybe you're just playing. The way you're making it move, yeah, you do it so smooth. Make it all about you. Can have it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna. Oh baby, tasting so sweet, acting so rude. Won't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Dance on the beat. I don't want no excuses. You keep me feeling so clueless.
Hey guys, welcome to a new season. 5F's to Love, Real Talk with the Ladies. I'm going to tell you, I'm so excited about this year and all the shows that we have on the 5F's to Love network. So I'm not going to delay. Our conversation tonight is good enough to have your baby, but not good enough to marry. So let me bring the beat in and bring the ladies who are going to have this major conversation and hopefully offer you some insight on where you are in your life or someone and how you can help them. So here we go. We got Precious. Welcome aboard, Precious. How are you? We got Sheila, we got Roz, and we got Toy. All right, ladies. So, hey, this is like a big conversation. And I think it's going to go beyond this, but let me go. And everybody watching from any social media site, I'm going to go ahead and post where you guys can go ahead and leave your comments in real time, and we're going to share them live on the show. So please feel free to talk to us during this time so we can share your comments. So our first question up tonight, ladies, is do you think there was a shift in the mindset when we began, this whole rank professionally? So I'm going to start off with you and ask you that question, Precious. Do you think there was a shift in the mindset when women went into this profession? There was a time when we didn't work, right? And I think, did it shift when we started working that we were thinking maybe things were different?
I don't know, Queen. When I was in high school, half of the junior class came back pregnant and they weren't getting married. So
All right.
I am from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. So that's what I remember. And I remember my grandmother saying, I wish you would. You could lose all this. And I was like, no, I can't be losing all this. And I knew I was going away to school. So for me, and I knew I didn't want kids. I knew I didn't at the time. I still don't want today. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and I do want the ring. If I was ever going to do it, I would like the ring before that. But
right.
Not
okay. So, Toy, what do you think? Do you think there was a mind shift once women were allowed to go into the workplace and professionally, we began to outrank men? That we began to think it's okay to have children and not get married? Do you think that was something we created?
I think it wasn't necessarily one entity. It was a variety of reasons why that happened. It part was the woman, it part was the man, it part was our culture, how it was transforming, and what working does to a person when they're out there working. There's an independence that come with that. And sometimes we're not taught how to manage that independence. And sometimes that independence and that gain of wealth can get to a person's head. We all know that money is the root of all evil, and that evil can lead us down roads that we should not dare go down. And it gets us in trouble,
And so, you know what, Sheila, I'm going to pose you this question. Do you think that the change over the past 20 years ago to today, that has shifted how in people as far as relationships and how they view them? Like, what do you think? Because I remember, like, my parents, they were married for 30, 40 years. Like, people got married straight out of high school, like to Precious' point. So, Sheila, what do you think the shift has been?
Yeah, I think the economic shift has changed our mindset. As an African-American community, we started having better jobs, getting better pay. So that means we, as Toy said, became more independent. We became a microwave community or society where you can throw someone away quickly and move on to the next. So you don't dig in as much as you used to. Like you said, our parents, the generation where it's like, I'm with you through thick and thin, for better or for worse. I mean, they really lived to those vows, whether one or the other was acting up, they stayed. But for us, it's like, you mess up, you don't satisfy me, I can find somebody to replace you. And that's the mindset I think people have gotten to as they became more independent, more economically sound, as we kind of grew up and generations came after our parents to say, I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. And so that's that mind shift or that mindset that people have today. It's getting worse, actually. It seems like the younger the generations are, but I believe that played a role in how we think today.
Okay, thank you for that. Roz, what's your thoughts? Do you think we're just basically letting the cow go free and not milking it and not marrying it? What's happening?
I think there's a variety of causes, and a lot of them, not all, but quite a few are with regards to, where you are in your life. Are you a 35-year-old single woman and you just want to have a child out of wedlock? And, or, are you looking for a check every month for 18 years? Because there are a lot of women who, prey on men. And just let's reverse this. Look at Nick Cannon.
Okay, Roz, so now you're dipping into the next thing we're going to talk about.
All right. But yeah, so I think there's a lot of different reasons. Yeah, that Pandora's box is definitely there. So there are a lot of reasons, a variety.
Okay, so that leads to my bigger conversation. And just to let you guys know, we are going to go to a commercial break, but not right away. But I'm sure we're going to go on a commercial break right in the middle of this conversation. Do you think that celebrities, because of the lifestyle that they lead, such as Nick Cannon and Nia Long, we're going to talk about Nia Long's situation in a few minutes, as it relates to women and men in the light, celebrity light, living this lifestyle and making it okay? Because I say this, back in the day, and I don't think a lot of people understood this, that Hollywood would marry people, have children together, intentionally because it did not look good that you were single. Rock Hudson was a man who was known to be gay, but they married him off to women to bona fide him as being a good person, a person that men or women should, acknowledge or recognize. And nowadays, that's not the case. Celebrities can now live an open lifestyle. It's not required for them to be married. They could be drug users. They could rob banks, steal cars. And what I'm saying is not in any way a requirement for them to live a certain lifestyle. Do you think that's impacted? So I'm going to let each of you, and Precious, I'm going to pick on you because you are a celebrity and you don't live that lifestyle.
I
You're my
don't live.
girlfriend, but I'm just saying you're a celebrity and you don't live
You know
that
what,
lifestyle.
Queen? I received that you said that. I received that. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
No, first of all, growing up, not even just growing up the way I did, I saw that children were seen to be burdens. So at first, you have the woman or the young princess may have thought the relationship would go on, and it didn't. And now you have the child, and it's very hard to raise kids. I don't know about you, but I was an unwanted child. So I didn't know if I was emotionally ready to be able to have a child, not knowing if I was going to be a great mother to the child. The second thing is, as I knew I was getting older, to be honest with you, they were like, "Oh, over 40, you're tired, you're through." I'm like, actually, I'm not. The second chapter has just begun, and I don't know how to change diapers. But you know what I do? I like to travel. I like to meet new people, and I'm not trying to get in bed with people right now. I'm not.
Right.
I really want to meet. I want to have a happy, healthy relationship because I want our relationship to be good before I was ever going to go down that track. And although I was engaged a long time ago, and I thought we would have gone the distance, I'm so glad that I did not have a child because I don't want resentment. I felt like my mother had resentment to me, and I saw a lot of that in the hood. I'm sure it happens everywhere else, but that resentment towards the child, because the child is what bonds you to someone you may not like anymore. You may move on to another relationship. So what I see in Hollywood, I'm just saying that's Hollywood, but I need stability now. And if I can't have it through someone else, I'm going to give myself the life that no one thought I could have. And so that's why I live the life that I do.
So Precious, let me ask you a question. Do you feel more pressure because you are out there in the spotlight? You travel all over the country. You're on a network television show. Do you feel like you have to live a certain way because of that? Or do you feel like I'm just living my life and it's just the way I live it?
Well, like Jill Scott says, I'm living my life like it's golden.
You better tell somebody.
I'm living my life like it's golden. But here's the thing, and I think even when I'm talking to Miss Toy, the truth is I want love, and I'm not willing to be short-sighted about that. So I can't be with everybody. I can't be seen over here. Not even be seen. If we don't have chemistry, I don't need to be here. And you never know who's coming at you for the right reasons. And so what I might have done when I was younger, today I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be on World Star Hip Hop. Let me just say that. And I'm 43. World Star Hip Hop, some strange. We're not doing that. So I got to make sure you right. And if you're not right, I don't want to be on People Magazine. We married in a week. Now he snatched my edges, I snatched his edges, and now we both locked up. They won't let us.
All right, guys. And look, on that, we're coming right back. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to talk to Toy because let me tell you something. She teaches a class for women, specifically on how to prepare them for marriage and be a wife. And I know she's got a lot to say about this. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hey guys, welcome back. And listen, if you want to comment with us, be sure to put any of your comments on any social media site that you're on. We have posted that information at the beginning of our broadcast, but just in case you missed it, regardless of the social media site that you're on, please leave us some comments. We'll be sure to share them live and respond. And I wanted to let you know the commercial you just saw is our show for tomorrow. That is Reverend Galen McDowell, and he's going to talk about the metaphysics behind a relationship. He's a phenomenal speaker, so please don't miss it. We have a new show on every night between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. And as I always say, Let me bring the beat in. Here come the ladies. Okay, ladies. So Toy, listen, I'm going to tell you that, give me 1 second, please. Okay, let me see. There we go. All right. So Toy, I'm going to ask you a question because you work with women on a consistent basis, helping them kind of create that path. And so if you can, based on the question I just asked, what is your perspective when a woman enters a relationship, for 10, 15, 20 years, and they're not expecting or looking for that commitment? What
I'm
do you
sorry.
think?
You're
Yeah, what do you
saying
think?
you're in a relationship, but you're single still. Is that what you're saying?
You've been in a relationship for 10, 15, 20 years with the same person, and they're not committing to you. What do you think, as a married woman, what do you think the mindset is of that woman and that man? If you can kind of briefly give us your insight on that.
I'm not really concerned about the man's mentality. I'm concerned about the woman's, because it's up to us what we want, right? We decide what we want. And what you have decided in that moment is to allow someone to take advantage of all your gifts, your talents, your service for just what? A meaningless commitment. See, when a man really loves you, he lays his life down for you and commit himself totally to you. Don't tell me that you love me and you don't give me access to your entire life. Listen,
right,
you can tell me you love me all day, but if you don't give me access to your home, I got the keys, I got the car, I got the bank account, I got a ring, I got access to a ring on my finger. Give me access. I don't care about you telling me you love me. Show me that you love me through giving me access to your entire life. A man must lay down his life and die for you, just as he expects me to die for him. So here I am giving all my good fried chicken, my macaroni and cheese. I'm supporting him with his dreams, but yet all I get is what? Listen, it's not worth it to me. See, you got to value yourself more than that. And listen, men will rise up to the pressure that you put on them. It's something that my sister, Dr. Ty Adams, says all the time. She says, if women would just close their legs and stop giving all the goods away, the jewelry store called Jared will be out of rings right now. But because we are giving all of our goods, because we're serving them, listen, if I was single, there is no way you will be getting my fried chicken on a regular basis. There's no way I'm moving in with you or you're moving in with me. No, I'm not allowing you that access to my life until you put a ring on it and commit it. Walk down the street, walk down the aisle, and commit in front of everybody that this is my one and only. And until then, I'm not interested. And here's the other thing. I don't expect you to, when a man shows that he's kind of like, he's lukewarm about you, you need to move. You want a man that knows for sure that he wants you. You don't want I want you today, I don't want you tomorrow. Listen here, I don't want nobody that don't want me all the time, 100% all day. Period.
You know what, Toy? I'm gonna tell you right now. I can't marry you, but I'm trying to get that fried chicken though. We're gonna keep that real. Gertrude, let me tell you, Gertrude, thank you for coming back. Gertrude has been with us since the beginning.
Yes, she
has.
has.
I want to say thank you for coming back and joining us this season. I love my returners. So hey, Gertrude.
Hey, Gertrude.
Okay, we also have Rob. Thanks, Rob. He said, that's good, Toy. Okay, wait a minute, Rob.
Hearing from the brothers. Thank you.
I know, we appreciate that. So, ladies, this is the question. Do you think, based on what Toy is saying, do you think there's a difference between marriage and a commitment?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Roz, you did the absolutely. Come on, Roz, give me what you got.
I mean, marriage means that you're entering into a covenant under God, and you are joining into each other's forces, right? You're one unit under God. A commitment means that, okay, you're committed to me until when? And you can get out of it easily. Like it's a get out of jail free card if you're just committed to someone.
Okay.
I say commitment is like putting somebody on layaway. You can't put me on layaway. You either take me now, like you said, and be under the covenant. because a lot of guys will put you on layaway and then put you right back, and they'll, put some money down, but not everything. So I just think that there's a huge difference. As Toy said, when a man professes his love for you to the world, that's
Right.
marriage. But they don't always do that in commitment, or they play like they do, but they never go to that next level. So no, you cannot put me on layaway, which is the commitment. I want to get to the marriage part. It's totally
Okay,
different.
well, I'm gonna be Sheila. I'm gonna say, Toy, can I ask somebody, is this a layaway situation? By the fifth grade, can I ask, is this a layaway?
Well, first of all, in the first few months, everybody's all fake and they're putting on their best face. You got to take your time to get to know people. Don't rush into committed relationships. First of all, committed means that we're looking at engagement right now and we're looking for marriage. I am not about to commit myself to you, shut down everything for you, and we're not going anywhere. I got to know where we're going before I commit myself to you. You mean shut down, stop, only focus on you? No, I'm not giving you that. I'm not. Listen, I'm so glad that I'm married, because I don't know what the single women are doing today, but we're doing the relationship thing wrong. And this is why so many single women are sad, they're depressed, they're going from one man to the next man or whatever, because you're not putting boundaries in place to protect your own emotions and your own life.
Okay,
But
so
you know what, Queen Toy, you don't have to do me like that. You ain't have to put me out on Front Street like that. You ain't have to do me like that.
Wait a minute, we got a couple people we need to throw comments.
They dropping in.
Rob said thank you. The other person, Deb says, say that, sis. Say it. Reginald, thank you so much for watching. He said, absolutely. Reginald also said, but don't you need commitment to get to the marriage? And you know what, Reginald, you better call it. And that's one of the things that Toy just hit on, and I'm gonna hit it on back in a second. She was saying, so David said, thank you so much, David, for watching. He said commitment and a contract, because y'all know I talk about contract. David, hello. I talk about contracts are equal. He said they can't be broken, and a covenant is a bond of God. See, this is what I'm talking about. We want to be clear. I'm always talking about a contract. If y'all watched them from episodes from last year, I said I'm trying to get a contract this year. Don't fool with it. Okay, so then Jay Black, thank you, Jay, for watching. I appreciate and respect each of your perspectives, ladies. Make sure you tune in on Thursday for the
shameless plug.
We will be there. We will be there for sure. Mr. Jay Black.
That's what it is. All I gotta say is,
that's his plug.
Let me tell you, I love all of my cast members on all of my podcasts. Okay. Miss Winez says commitment isn't legally binding, but a contract is. All right now. And then Tina, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. Tina, you joined us last night. We really appreciate your support. And by the way, she's a girlfriend. Hey, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
She says they are not doing the most. They are doing the most. They are doing the most. So you know what, Tori, I'm going to tell you something. You hit on something that I think as women, we need to be real about. In this day and age with social media, and I don't know if it's because we just desperados to COVID, the minute somebody say they like you, you done locked it down. That's my husband. That's my boo. Honey, you only known him for 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, and I say this for real because this is like real talk. So what you said is poignant. So Precious, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I know you keeps it real. That's why I'm gonna ask you first. Do you think that people a need to be loved, wanted, and desired are pushing them into, I'm gonna give you that fried chicken, I'm gonna give you this home, I'm playing house with you, and as long as you're coming home every day, that's my commitment, that's good enough? Do you think because people are so in need of being loved and accepted that they've lowered their standards?
I think that's been happening for quite a while now. As I said, I'm 43 years old. And when, I finally dealt with the death of the love of my life, going back out there, starting the day, I said, oh, wow, everything's changed. It was the dating websites. You meet, so I met a man that I started dating off of LinkedIn, and I know LinkedIn is not a hookup spot. That's not what it started off as.
Mhm.
But he was and still is, the good brother, black man working at an excellent company. And I almost felt like, I'm gonna tell you what it felt like. It's been a long time. I don't know how to read the signs. I wanted to present the best version of myself. And over time, I felt like he was looking down on me. One, because I just came out of a dark place. Two, I didn't represent the great physical Hollywood look, 6-pack abs, Brazilian butt lift, now. But I was learning to love myself again. So there was a lot going on. And so
Hollywood standard.
I probably was coming on way too strong, and I felt him pulling back. We talked about it, but I literally felt like, I'm gonna tell you, Queen Toy, I literally felt like I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to express how I care about someone without giving too much. Now, I don't know how to make the fried chicken. Listen, we're not gonna act like I cook. I don't. But I was willing to learn how to get back in that kitchen and start doing these things. But I literally felt like I'm getting nowhere because there's no respect here. And now that I'm in this place of, I know who I am, I'm looking real attractive because the confidence is there. Now I'm looking at men very, very differently. And so, yeah,
Right.
is my DMs full of D pics? Of course. And I'm not asking for them because I'm not sending anything back. Please believe. There are men that want to date me. And to be quite honest with you, since I'm finally living the life I want to live, let me have a breathing room. And when I'm ready, I'll go back out there. And sometimes I feel like I'm lying to myself that I probably could be dating, but I'm choosing not to because I don't know if I've learned the lesson yet.
I gotta raise my hand. Did you say you get D pics in your DM?
I know.
You said that.
You brushed over it real quick. I'm just trying. Let's get to. People are sending you pics in your DMs.
Please believe.
People nasty.
What is
I'm
happening?
not saying they're unattractive pics at all either. I'm looking like.
Are we America? Are we really sending body parts to people?
But you
in
know what,
DMs now?
We are. And these are people I don't know. Let me just say this. These are people,
I
I know who these people are. I may never met them, but they letting it be known. That's why I say, y'all can look at Lizzo and say she ain't got, I said, in them DMs, it's not just D pics. She probably got been professing love. Don't let weight fool you. Please don't let it fool you. But I'm telling you, there are men who want to date me, and there's some men who are like, yo, I can service all body parts. I can service you. I can sop you up with a biscuit.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Sheila, what do you think about that? People sending new pictures. I mean, that's all about a mindset.
Yeah, it is a mindset. To be honest, a lot of people are doing that is because people are accepting it. And back to Toy's comment, we have to set the standard. And a lot of women, because of maybe low self-esteem, being, I hate to use the word thirsty, they tend to lower their standards because they feel like that's the only way that they're going to attract anybody. And on the other side, I've heard a lot of my male friends say, if she doesn't give me what I want, I was going to the next one.
I think I hear that a lot. Yeah.
Society has, swiping right. We're such a commodity. But, as we learn, as Toy mentioned, and Precious mentioned our value, I can wait. I'm not going to lower my standards and do that just so I can say that I have a boyfriend. I go with somebody or some person.
I want to say, y'all, that's my friend right there.
I'm just going to say, this is a sisterhood right here where if I could call Christina,
what they don't realize is they missing out. It's their loss, not mine. It's their loss, not mine.
All right, so listen, I got to hit our folks who watching. Tina, she said, hey.
You know what time it is.
Okay. And then we got Miss Wiz. She said, Precious makes sense. I don't cook either, LOL. I bring other things to the table. Miss Wiz, I don't cook either, but I know I brings that beans though. Miss Wiz also said, yep, D pics in the DM are the norm, sadly. Oh my God. Miss Wiz, thank you for confirming that. David Kennedy said, what did he say? Y'all ham.
He said, Lord have mercy.
Lord have
mercy.
You know what? Y'all, men are definitely a mindset block is deleted. So let me say this to you guys, and we got to go to a quick commercial break. I want to say that we've got to be able to Sheila's point, it's 4 of us on here that's single and Toy is married. So when you're out here, and that is what men say to you, if you won't do it, the next woman will. And what I'm going to say to you women who are watching, if we all start communicating at the same level, the men will shift how they think about who we are and what we should have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, the next woman standing next to me, and to Precious and Sheila's and Roz's point, you so thirsty, you willing to fry that chicken, give them a home, birthday child, and don't give them a ring. When they come to me, they look at me like I've lost my mind because I'm saying I'm not doing all that.
Right.
You know, and so what I'm saying to you is we've all got to understand what our value is, and we got to begin to shift our mindset so that we can transition to that committed relationship. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can give us 1 minute, I want to say to you, thank you to everybody who's been giving us comments on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. We love you. We appreciate you. It is friends, family, and our whole support team from all the ladies on this podcast, plus the other cast members from the other podcasts who are really supporting the brand, and we appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you, one of our cast members she's going to be coming on, but she's not on right away. You guys have got to stop by Walmart and buy her brand. And I'm going right into her commercial. We'll be right back. Yes, I was dancing. I love all of my promos for all my shows. So if you watch that, you guys will see the guys on Thursday, Real Talk with Men. And listen, if you like what you're seeing, be sure to hit that like button. We need you to subscribe and follow us on all of our social media sites for the 5F's to Love. You can also Google us and find the social media site where you want to watch us. And let me tell you right now, let me bring the beat in with the ladies. Toy, I'm going to tell you, you are the CEO of like building the Wife's Club around here, the Satisfied Wife's Club. I don't understand this. At the end, folks, you guys are going to know how to get in contact with Toy. And definitely she does a lot of things locally, but she speaks all over the country. So when she tells you where she's at, you better follow, because I'm telling you, if you want to be a wife, this is the woman to watch. And y'all, just to let y'all know, I'm going to her next event. I need to learn how to cook. All my friends know I don't. Okay, so y'all know Sheila, because this is my girl Sheila, The Adventures of Sheila and Chris. Everybody wants to know who she is. Hello. And I'm going to tell you right now, my gal pal Roz, let me tell you something. If you guys are looking for a person who can network and make your life unreal with connections all over, this is the woman you need to see. She is so awesome. She has a great personality, and she's always willing to help any and everybody. And you guys always know what I say. She may be famous, but that's just my friend. What's up, Precious? Listen, if y'all looking to make a pitch for your company, a pitch for your brand, you need to buy her books. I have really worked and read her books, and that's the reason why I have the 5 F's to Love Network, is because my girl showed me how to narrow this down. I have been pitching my business and my concepts, not only to 5 F's to Love, but my other 2 businesses. And I thank her all the time. Again, she's my friend, but she never hesitates to help. And I really appreciate that. So I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I know all of these ladies, and they're all exquisite women. I will pick up the phone and call any of them for advice. So when I say that I trust them because I know they're giving sound advice, and they all come from different perspectives. So ladies, listen, we're going to bring it right on back in, because we got to get through these some good questions in here.
They dropping
All right,
hot
so
fire.
Dropping them.
It's popping.
Are we dropping them like this hot? I don't even know what's happening.
They excited tonight. They love it.
Okay. I'm glad y'all love it, because we need to keep it real. Now, on average, how many women do you think are in a relationship 2 years to 20 years and are not married to their significant other? Okay, I'm going to start with you, Precious. Give me a number. What you got? How many you think it is?
I'm thinking like 70-80%. I would believe that. Mm-hmm.
Roz?
75%.
Okay, Sheila?
Yeah, I'm with Roz. It's in between 75 and 85% of women, especially that 2-year mark.
Wow. Toy?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a high number, but I'm thinking it's probably maybe closer to 50 or 60, because usually they don't last that long. So they may start with 2, 3, 4 years, but they drop off. Not often do they last 20 years. They will eventually fall off. So I think that number will switch up at times. You know, it'll be high at times, but that number will drop when that 5th, 6th, 7th year comes up, and you know that commitment is not there, and that woman wants children, or they start having children, and there's still no commitment, and they just get frustrated. And this is why you know that there's a difference between marriage and just a regular commitment, because you can just get up and go.
Okay, and you all heard that again. So I'm going to say this for my ladies, and y'all know I talk to y'all individually. Just because you're in a relationship and you say it's committed, if you don't have a ring, if you don't have a contract, like my boy said, at least get a contract on the books. I'm sorry, that man can pick up and leave any day. So if you're going beyond 1.5 years, 2 years, and I get it, it may take you a year to get to know one another. It may take you 2 years. But once you hit that 2-year mark and you didn't put a ring on it, we got to talk, which leads me into my next question. I'm about to lean back, ladies. What's up with Nia?
What's wrong with what?
What's up with Nia? Nia Long. She got a tick. So all of y'all that know the backdrop, this is what they say the tea is. Let me drink my tea. This is what the tease is. Okay. Here's the tea. Exactly. Here's the tea. By the way, folks, you can have a little water, whatever you want, while you watch the podcast with us. We need y'all to be relaxed and join in. If you like what you're seeing, please click the like button. Thank you so much. Okay. Here is the tea. Nia Long, who I absolutely admire and respect as an actress. She is one of those Black women who have been in so many Black movies, and also she has crossed over and been in non-Black movies. Her and her sister are phenomenal actresses. So my question was, you have a kid that's 10 years old that you've had with this gentleman, which means you've been together longer than 10 years. So I'm going to say they've been together at least 13 years, okay? Mm-hmm. At this point, you pack up all your stuff from California, you move to Boston, and then now it's on the news that this man has messed around with somebody that's one of his subordinates, and now he's on suspension. And hello, you've been engaged for what? 5 years. You've been together 13 plus years. You're engaged for 5 years. You've moved your whole life. So my question is, and this is a question. Roz, I'm going to start with you. What's your perspective on that when you got so many people watching Nia Long, because she is a famous person? She has publicly said, I don't want to get married. I've never wanted to get married. I'm in this committed relationship, but obviously only one of you is committed. And so now this happens and everybody's clowning him because he messed around. Now I'm going to give y'all my perspective last, and some of y'all might be mad at me. We're going to be clear. I got a different perspective on this. Just keeps it real. So Roz, what's your perspective on Miss Nia Long with the 13 plus and a 5-year engagement?
I feel that she may have spoken it into existence by saying she does not want to get married, A. B, the first child out of wedlock, fine. We all get that. The second child, years later, different man. Guess what? Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free? And
the whole cow.
The whole cow. And I think she lost her credibility with him. I think that he doesn't respect her, and she doesn't respect. She's not showing up as she should or should have, and that's. I'm trying not to be judgmental, but you know, the first time, okay, shame on them. The second time, shame on her for not drawing a line, defining, you know, what her expectations are, and I just think that by her saying that she does not want to get married, he's like, okay, well, I can do whatever. And she allowed that to happen.
Wow. Okay. All right. So Sheila, what's your thoughts?
I think she used that, and I don't know her, so I think she used that, I don't want to get married, as her buffer so people can back away from her. Deep down, she loves that man. She had his child. She moved across the country, like you said. He wouldn't commit. So her defense mechanism is, I don't want to get married, but she knew deep down. That's why she stayed with him and been engaged with him for 5 years. I can't say that I put the blame on her 100%, but she does hold some responsibility because, as Roz said, she should have been able to say, you know what, enough is enough. Even if I didn't want to get married, you're playing games with my life, and we only live this life once. So she has some responsibility in making sure that she got what she wanted out of the deal and not putting that defense mechanism up to me to kind of ward off us of why you're not married now. Oh, I don't want to get married. Yeah, no, I don't think that's true.
Social media. All right, so Toy, what do you think?
Engaged for 5 years? Why are you getting engaged then? If you don't want to get married, baby, why we engaged? See, women, we lie to ourselves because we know we don't want to put any pressure on them, but yet we give all of ourselves, right? We give all of ourselves, and we lie to ourselves to just take the pressure off of them. And if it doesn't happen, we wouldn't have so much devastation and all of this crap. Listen, you're engaged for 5 years because you want to get married. Let me tell you something. If 5 years ago, if that guy dropped down to his knees and handed a ring to her, she would have married him, eyes wide open, flying and crying, all of that. Women, we lie to ourselves. And for whatever reason, I believe that we've come to that place. And listen, it could be because she sees so many stars their marriages fall apart. I mean, in Hollywood. So look at Hollywood. It's crazy. People are
exactly.
And there was a question you asked earlier, Christine, about is it healthy the way, you know, these stars are carrying on in relationships? Well, the answer to that is look at their kids. Look at their kids.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second. That's
children. That gives you the answer right there.
We're about to talk about that in a minute as pertain to another couple. Okay, so Precious. And then after Precious, we got comments because people about to blow us up.
They about to go in.
Precious.
So again, first of all, I don't know Nia, love her from all her movies, but I will say this. It's not only that in Hollywood the marriages don't last, it's in real life too. I've been proposed to 3 times and have walked away 3 times. So I know part of it is me and trying to make sure that I don't repeat the mistakes of the past from other people. Did I learn how to love correctly? Did I learn how to love myself correctly? But at the end of the day, y'all know I wouldn't give them no kids. So y'all already know that I wouldn't give them no kids regardless.
Right.
I do think that sometimes what's not talked about in these conversations is the relationship with self. So we're saying some of these women are lying to themselves. No, maybe they know that I'm with someone. It's great for now. I don't see anybody else coming that might be better stature, money wise, or anything like that. We're gonna ride it till we can't. Since I dealt with self-esteem and so many issues all my life, it took me time to get to this point. But I remember I was at my line sister's wedding, and the love of my life, just before he died, I remember watching my line sister and her husband dance that first dance, and I knew we'd never get married. I knew it would never happen. And in that moment, it felt like marriage died in me, because that is who I wanted. And he was slipping away, and I knew it. And I think always in the back of my mind, like some other women, we ain't trying to talk about it, but I'm going to go there. You don't think it's possible. So I will tell you it's not possible. Even if he puts a ring on, we're not going to get there. I was engaged for 3 years. We didn't make it down the aisle. Things changed between us. I know my fault, and I know his fault. But at the end of the day, we weren't right anyway. We were good.
I'm impressed that y'all getting all these rings. I can't even get a ring on it. We're gonna
girl, my ring was stolen too.
Okay. All right. So
I want to make a quick statement here. Let's just be honest, ladies. This is what we want. We want to be loved and cherished by one man who cares for us, protects us, provide for us, even if we know how to provide for ourselves. We want a man who has his eye on us, because it would break us to know that he has another woman in another bed. We want to be the eye. We want to be his eye, right? Let's not lie about that. We want that. I don't want my husband having an eye for another woman. I don't want that. I want my husband to cherish and adore me just as I cherish and adore him and respect and honor him. We want that. That's what we truly want. And every woman can contest to that. Every one of us can contest to that.
You're right.
And you know what? And I think if you're not, something wrong with you not telling the truth.
That's right.
What is the speaker? They said, "Hey, Precious, thank you for watching us on YouTube. We really appreciate your support." We have Lynette. And Lynette said, "Love this girlfriend talk." Lynette, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Lynette. Gertrude, I'm tired of you. You better say, she said, "Say no on, bye." And Miss Wiz said, "Amen." We got Jillian Blackwell. Thank you so much for joining us. She said, "Can you elaborate on I bring other things to the table? What does that mean? How does a woman show the other unique values of her work?" And Jillian, I'm gonna get right back to that and answer that question, because there's that conversation comes up a lot for me and Precious, and we talk about it. But we're gonna elaborate on that in just a few minutes. Reginald White, he says, how is a man know you can cook? He said, "How does a man know you can cook if you never cook? How is a man supposed to know you are caring if you never show you care? I believe there's a fine line between telling people what you do and doing it or not doing it." Okay. And I agree. There is a fine line, but let me tell you something. Like Miss Clay said, I ain't gonna keep frying no chicken. We're gonna be clear. You ain't get the chickens out of me. By the way, I don't fry chicken. I'm gonna have to go to Miss Toy to get her to make me some fried chicken and bring it home. I don't even know how to fry no chicken. But just know this: if I like you that much and fried chicken is on the table, I done been to Miss Toys. Okay? Because I like you that much. I don't know how to fry, but I'm gonna go to my girl though, and we're gonna get this right. Okay, we'll keep it real.
Are we talking about perfect people are all out here? Like a lot of people have a lot of issues they need to get through.
Exactly.
And I agree with what Toya is saying. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking deep down, and she was saying that, like, is he out there though?
Is he out there?
I know he's there.
The question is do you believe it? Because we attract what we want, what we say we want. That's when anything. Exactly. If you want wealth, if you want a great house, if you want a great life, we attract what we want.
That's right.
That's the truth of the matter is. We can get what we want. We don't have to compromise. We don't have to take halfway. There is someone out there that is amazing, perfectly for you, Precious. And they're going to believe that you are the most precious thing that ever happened to them in their life.
And I'm going to tell you, for everybody who don't understand this, watch Galen McDowell tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. so he can talk about the metaphysics behind a relationship. And when I say he is the guru of positive. Y'all got to watch it. I can't get. By the way, Galen has been one of my really good friends for the past 6 years. He's amazing. He's an absolutely great minister and speaks globally all over the world. He is the guru, the known guru for metaphysics. Okay, so Ms. Wiz said, you show your worth by walking away and setting the boundary. Cooking is a got husbands, not dates or live. We can cook together. Oh, what she's saying is she said cooking don't get no husband. You can, that you date and you can do that together. I'm with you, Ms. Wiz. Ms. Wiz said you can show you care by listening, by encouraging and supporting their goals. He also says, I'm not cooking every day. We can do it together. Any man I date knows that, and I like chefs. Miss Wiz, stop trying to be my twin. The girl, that's what I be trying to find me a chef. She said cooking, and Reginald. Hold up, Reginald. Reginald, call me. Reginald said cooking together.
He gonna call you all right. You better stop playing. You manifest what you want.
He got that meat tenderized. He said, we're gonna do this.
Look,
well, the question earlier, Christine, I'm like, you there's a balance to, I mean, we're having some sound bites here, but the truth of the matter is, yes, is a woman going to cook for a man in the process of her dating once she's validated him for time? Of course we are. Yeah. But what we're not going to do is cook for you 5 days a week. We're not doing that. That's where the line. No, it's not. It's for the holidays. Celebrate your birthday. That's it.
We doing that? Okay, so listen. Miss Wiz, you need to stop paying. Miss Wiz said, yes, cherish and love, protect by one. And Yvette Stokes, you better get it. This is my home girl who now lives in Texas. Thank you for all your love and support. She know how I feel about it. We used to work together. Hey, Dad. She said, that's the truth. I love this. And Joyce, what you doing watching the podcast? Great, Joyce. Joyce supposed to be on vacation with her husband.
Joyce said that girl talk, that sister talk is on. I need to be in
it. Hey, Chris, I got a quick one. My daughter, she couldn't comment. She said, yes, we attract what we want. So she listened to Miss Toy, Auntie Toy.
Yeah. Okay, you better get it. Auntie Toy, Amber don't, she remember it. Listen, we love Amber, baby Amber, by the way. We're going to get baby Amber to come home one time. We're going to get her to come home. Okay, listen, ladies, I want to be clear before we go to commercial break, before we leave this segment. What we want to say is, and number one, Nia, I love you. I think you're an absolutely amazing woman, an amazing person. Right. I think sometimes what we see on TV is not a person's reality. So I don't know if she's kind of managing insecurities about herself and who she is as a woman. But let me say this to you. If you don't understand it right now, you are an amazing woman. If any man worth his 2 cents, grain of salt, would have married you a long time ago, whether you wanted it or not. Because a man who finds a jewel, he will go after you with everything he has until he can convince you belong to him. And that's all I got to say to you. I got your back. But what I am going to say to you, you can't be mad at nobody, because right now on the books, there is no contract and both of y'all are single. So everybody bashing that black man publicly. If you didn't bash who I'm about to say, Miss Will Smith, about her dating her son's friend and publicly doing it. Don't you talk about this man who ain't married, because she was. That's all I got to say. And we're going to commercial break. But you better think about what Miss Toy said about that fried chicken every day at 6 o'clock. Don't do it. Don't be making that fried chicken, ladies. Okay? You didn't hurt her. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Top of mine and hold me like you'll never let me go. It feels like I've been giving you the best of me, and you just keep on letting me down. I can't taste it with your lips on mine, that you don't love me like you did that night. I'm so nervous that you'll never feel the same, and you'll never find a place in my arms. Hey, show me
obviously, yes, I need somebody to show me love. But like Miss Toy said, I'm not putting no chicken on the table every night. I'm not going to be with you for like 5 years on an engagement. We're going to keep it real. And we need to know what we're doing. If it's for real, if it's not. Ladies, you all set the tone. And with that being said, let me bring the beat in. If you like what you're hearing and you're seeing, please like and subscribe to all of our social media sites. That is the 5 F's to Love. And please join us every night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to watch our lineup of experts and specialists on how to keep it real when you're trying to find your one true love. All right, let's bring the beat in, ladies. Bring the beats in. Let's do it. Okay, listen, we're on our last segment. And so
I know you didn't.
He said, what? Any bitch can be a cook. You know what? I can't take it, Roz. Only you would have something to say that. You know what? I want to be clear before we go tonight, because, you know, we're getting ready to close out. We have so much fun, and I knew it was going to go by fast, right? We're getting ready to go. So I want to be clear before we leave. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of you out, and I'm going to leave me and that other person up so that you can talk about what you have going on. So the first person I'm going to put up is Miss Toy. So ladies, I'm going to talk to Miss Toy, and I'm going to bring the rest of y'all back in a minute. Miss Toy, let's keep it real. Honey, I need to join the Wives Club. I need to be up there. Okay?
Well, for those of you who don't know who I am, Mrs. Toy Banks, the world's most satisfied wife. I am the CEO of the Satisfied Wife Club, where I help wives and future wives discover the secret sauce to creating and maintaining satisfaction in their marriage or in their future marriage, because the only kind of wife to be is a satisfied wife. To find out more, go to www.satisfiedwifeclub.com. You can check out events that I do right here in Michigan, right on my Facebook page, Instagram, and my YouTube page. So check me out. Look me up, Mrs. Toy Banks. Thank you so much, Christine. I love you. Thank you for the show.
All right, stay tuned for our closing. All right, so let me bring Roz in. Roz, listen, I know you can't talk about where you work, but I would like you to talk about what it is that people need to do when they have a small business to a mid-sized business that they're trying to grow, and where can they go to get these tools and resources?
Absolutely, and thank you. Actually, I'm Roz, and I am a minority business development officer, a relationship manager. I specialize in business lending and also cash flow. I also work well with customers to help them create efficiencies, reduce their risk and their cost. And so if you're looking for, I have a lot of resources to offer with regards to how to get a loan, and or, you know, maybe you're a startup company, you need an SBA loan, something long-term, short-term, we can have those discussions. And if I work in the $1 to $5 million space, but I have a lot of partners that can also help. So just, you know, just be engaged, get involved in the community. And if you need more information from me, I'll be happy to give it to you.
I love it. Thank you, guys. She's helped me with, I have 3 different businesses, and she's helped me with each one of those in that space. So Roz, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll be right back for our closeout. And so, y'all already know the adventures of Sheila and Chris. I don't even know what's happening. Sheila, you know, you can talk about what you want to talk about.
I do enjoy the adventures that we've had over the summer, but just a little bit about me, just so everyone won't think that that's all I do is play on social media. I am a VP of international sales, so I don't have anything local, but you know, if there's any customer or any person out here that has any questions from the corporate standpoint of how, as Roz mentioned, they can interact with bankers such as myself for cash flow needs, I'd be more to put you in touch with some of my local partners. But I enjoyed the adventures that I had with Christine over the summer and all the other ladies on the panel. So stay tuned. You'll see more to come for the fall from us.
I know, like our fall, folks, we're going to end up getting our own social media site called The Adventures of Sheila and Christine, because we have so much fun. I just want to tell you, when we do what we do, we try to show women being single how to have fun and just enjoy hanging out. And that's what we do, because a lot of times women forget, hang out with your best girlfriend. And so our thing is, we just wake up and say, what we doing? And we just do it. And we just have fun. And by the way, all y'all know y'all shopping. Y'all buying them clothes. So that's our goal. Our goal is to wear all our clothes in our closet. That's why y'all see us out. Plus, we like to have fun and have a good time. All right, Sheila, we'll be right back for the closing. All right, Precious, you do your infomercial. Don't be taking up the rest of it. Let me be clear, y'all. My girl Precious then wrote a new book. Precious, show him that book. Show him that book, girl.
My new book is called The Pitch Queen, and you can get it actually on my website, www.perfectpitchgroup.com. My name is Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. As a 4-time, yes, I said 4-time #1 best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only series, you know I'm serious. 13-time National Elevator Pitch Champion, top corporate sales trainer, LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft. I could go on, but you get tired, and so would I. And so what I love about this particular book is my books are usually about pitching, but this is how I actually got here. So if you love TMZ, know that TMZ ain't got nothing on me. If I look like I look good today, just know the hell I went through to get to where I am. So I've made every mistake in relationships, business, and life. And it feels so good in my 40s to love who I am thoroughly. And to say to every woman over 40, women of a certain age, you can have what you want. I was dating a very famous Hollywood actor when I was 327 pounds, flew out like an Instagram thotty. You know what I mean? Holding hands on set in public. So if I could do that, there's so much more for all of us. So learn from my tales of getting in trouble, learn from my tales of picking the wrong partners in all aspects of life to being where I am, happy, healthy, and whole. And now I sit on the throne. So I went from the killer pitch master to the pitch queen. And when people don't want to rock with you, I want you to hit them with pitch, please. And you gotta get your message right. So if you wonder why they send me things, it's because my message is getting out there, and some of these men are like,
All right, so
I like
go to her website. You got to buy her stuff on her website.
www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. If you want to get my book, The Pitch Queen is on perfectpitchgroup.com. You can also get on Amazon, but you know it want it from me. Come through.
Okay, come get it from her. And I'm going to tell you guys, Precious does not toot all her horns. She's also on a Netflix series that's getting ready to drop. And let me tell you something. When I say to you, this is a real friend, Precious, she was getting ready to, I think, was it BMW? You was somewhere getting ready to make a big presentation.
Let's look at BMW on September 1st. Yep.
And wait a minute, the time that you answered the phone, I called you. She was like, hello. She said, I'm getting ready to go out on the stage, but what you need? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is my friend. And she was like, what you need? I was like, what you doing? She said, I'm about to walk out on stage. I said, girl, go ahead on. Call me later. So
and that's
what I'm
true.
saying is,
that is so true. When you have friends like that, and that's why I think all of us, like, you can call us. We're about to go on stage, but you need some. Let's do it, because we all know that there were people we called that never picked up the phone.
Picked up the phone.
I love this, and I love you.
And I'm going to tell you, that's the reason why all of these ladies are here. Because let me tell you something. It's hard when you got your road dog that's a VP. When I tell you, Sheila be on top of her stuff, but in the middle of the day, when she making deals, she's over in Canada. At the end of the day, I'm virtually shopping with her in the mall, because that's my girl. She's like, girl, we about to go shopping in the mall in Canada, and I'm with her virtually. We just shopping. Even if I can't be with her, she always like, I got you. If I call her 2 o'clock in the morning, she listens. Roz is the same way. Roz will call me. She be like, your ass is on Facebook. Girl, I'm calling you. What you doing? I need to talk to you right now. And I love it. I called Toy. I said, Toy, I got something to say to you. I'm going to call you right back. Me and Toy talk. I said, keep it real. This is what I need. You know what Toy said? I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. So what I'm saying to y'all is, this is what girlfriends look like. Real quality girlfriends, real quality women. All of us are beautiful. All of us are well-educated people, but we all support one another. And this podcast is about that, ladies. We're just trying to share with you our experiences, our knowledge, and we want to let you know you can join our roundtable every Tuesday. Do you hear me? Join our roundtable every Tuesday. Talk to us. Men, talk to us. And by the way, in 2 weeks, you'll be able to call in. Y'all better be nice, because I will block y'all calls. Don't do that. I will block it. So I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You've heard from each one of them, so you know how to contact them. If you can't reach them and you don't now know how to, if you follow 5F's to Love, you can DM any of them, because I always tag all of my cast members, and you can find them that way. I'm going to say thank you so much, ladies, and thank you for viewers for watching us tonight. If we didn't get to your comments, please, we apologize, but as always, I knew the show was going to run long. Thanks again for watching us here at the 5F's to Love. And ladies, I'll be right back with you. And I want to say to you guys in closing, thank you so much for supporting the 5F's to Love brand. And if you're not sure about the relationship that you're in, you can always download my compatibility app. Thanks, guys.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to Love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective on how to find your one true love, your soulmate, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life